After 2 sittings, now Our Lady State. To enter a picture does the 3rd time wait, but they are now forced to work first paint or see. It's been too slight grown or too hard for thee. Canst thou paint without colors, then it's right. For solitude without a fleek and flight. Or canst thou dope a signpost and that too? To suit thou great defaults and little skill. Or is the motto antique master's limb? The alley blue with the snuff of candle dim. Sketching the shady smoke prodigy's tools. Twist this raise the drunkards, pimps and fools. But if to march, all crimes thy skill presumes. But if to match all crimes, what? But if to match all crimes thy skill presumes. As the Indian draws all luxuries and blooms. Or if the two scored out all compendious fame. With the hood, then through the microscope take aim. Well, like the new controller, all men laugh. To see the tall Laos branded to the white staff. El Shadow, all to thy guild pencil curse. Stem on the palette, not perhaps the worst. The painter's soul, long hair and vexes cloth. Of his hound's mouth to find the raging froth. His depths spread pencils that worked it dark. His angled race that race was past his art. Champion whose works are good but begin.
Make the ground shake.
And he sat smiling on his dogged grin. So amazed how perfect by the lucky blow. What all the softest touches cannot do. What all the softest touches cannot do. Oh, paint and Saint Alban pull the soup and go. The new court pattern stallion of the old. Him neither with no thirst did exalt. The fortune chose him for her pleasure sought. Paint him with a drayman's shoulders, but you're mean. Members like mules with the elephantine sheen. Well, he's the title of scenes Alban bore. For bacon never studied nature more. But the H outlet now that useful heat. Fits him in France to play at cards and treat. Drawn on commissions lest the court should lie. Did this a foreign treaty as supply. He needs no seal but a 2 chain same sleeves. Whose preaches wear the instrument of peace. Oh, if that French dispute his power from them, can straight produce them in a plenipotent. No fear the most Christian should trippin'. 2 saints on one, Saint Germain and Saint Alban. But thought the golden age was now restored, when man and woman took each other's world. Pains then again her highness to their life. Philosophers beyond Newcastle wife. She's naked and can Archimedes self put down. For an experiment upon the crown. She perfected the engines of SA. How after childbirth to renew the maid. And found out royal years might be matured. In fewer months, the mothers once endured. Once cousin made the rare inventress free. A finest royal society. Happiest woman if she were but able to make her glass and juice once malleable. Pain served with all the lip and breath of fame. Why mouth asparagus be well proclaimed. With gentlest belly and soul large of rum. There's not behind the culture pages chum. Expression study now in China clay. Get without breaking bean and juicy cafe. Oh, I out of mortal poison she may draw. Out of the cordial meal of the cacao. Witness ye stars of night and of the pill. Moon that overcame with the 16 distill. Year neighboring ends that youngly leave this shed. And fawns that from the womb abortive fled. Not provoked that she tries forbidden arts, but in her soft breast loves this cancer's mark. While she rests loves at once Sydney's disgrace. In her self-scorn for Emilus Densham's faith. And nightly hears the hated guards away, galloping with the duke to others pray. Paints Castlemaine in colors that will hold her not her picture for she now grows old. She threw her lackey thoughts as she ran. The sun love toss and her new flame began. Her want a choice then forth towards she son. And still within her mind the footman runs. The brazen calves, his brawny thighs the fate. She slides his feet, shakes for the smoother race. Pouring within her glance she readjusts her looks and oft-tried beauty now distrust. Fears lest she scorn the woman once I'd say. And now first wish she hadn't been my maid. Great love, How dost thou triumph and how rhyme? That to the groom to assemble her these things. Strip to her skin, see how she stooping stands. No scorn to rub him down with those fair hands. And washing, bless the scent, her crime disclose. His sweaty hooves tickles him twixt the toes. But envious fiend too soon began to know. More golden fall, more lazy upon his coat. And he, unwary and of tongue too fleet, no longer can conceal his fortune sweet. Justified the road was shipped in Porter's thin, and Gemini straight has leave to come again. Our pain is now good as a nerve, and this campaigns the appeals gifts. John next a pair of tables opening then. The house common clattering like the men. Describe the courts and country, both set right in opposite points. The opposite points of black against the white. Those having lost the nation at trick track. These now are venturing out to win the fact. The dice betwixt them must the fate divide. A chance of still in motive to decide. But here the court does it, the vantage no. For the cheat turn for them both must throw. And some of them from boxes to ease off from the chair. To strike the die still with them go stand, go share. Here, take this rest a little and survey. What? With what small arts the public game they play. Or so too Rubens with affairs of state. His laboring pencils all to recreate. The closed gavel, Martown the Navy eats. And thoughts are lost that goes not to the cheats. So therefore secretly for peace decrees. Yet as for war for parliament should squeeze. And fix to the revenue such a sum. Should good drink, silence and strike, past and dumb. Should paid land army should dissolve the vein. Commons and ever such a court maintain. Highest average, Bennett luxury should surface. And what can this pay but the exercise? Exercise amongst the work than ever before. Friday the midwife in the mother's toe. 1,000 hands she hands and 1,000 eyes. Breaking 2 shops and 2 sellers price. And all trade like castle where she feeds. Chops off the pieces wherever she close the jaw. Arrow swallows all downward, identify more. She stalks on days in streets, concealed from sight. And flies like bats with the leading wings be night. She wastes the country in all sight sprays. Her of a female Arabian dog days. Blackbird of all the earth-born race most hot. And most vicious, like himself be God. And of his wrath, his neighbor as increase. Burgered in incest with the mongrel beast. Say mute, for nothing can escape the sight. And Peter's wonder other draws this fight. Who's in English in this fierce debate could raise along for this new horror of state. The early widows, first the truth march in. For diligence renowned and discipline. In loyal haste they left young wives in bed. And then have these my one consented head of the old courtiers next to squadron team. And so their master let my ass burden him. To them succeed the despicable route. But know the word and wood could face about. Expected hell with hopes of spoil alert. No yet but kindness and let my stew. The damning cowards ranged the vocal plane. Would these command the knights of the horn and care? Would this command the knights of horn and cane? Still his hooked shoulder seems to blow the thread. And under his armpit he defends his head. The poacher strange man laughing of his foe. Hid with his elbow like the spicy stole. Headless the same denies though his head does bear. And both of them are like French martyrs were. Court's officer, let's use the next place to fall apart, but with this thing no full look. His word, his youth, his broken soul is praise. In pain, for always he commands the pain. Then the procurer and the file Chariots of men and his lieutenant Miles. Drummer loved squire to all the fields arrayed. No troop was better clad or so well paid. Then marched the troop of Clarendon of full. Haters of fall to kill before him bore. Lost bodies, lost of minds, and lost his chiefs. And glows the red and conducts them to their seats. Charlton advances next, whose joy does all. The mitred troop, and with his looks gives law. He marched with beaver coats of bishop's brim, and hit must fought under an aspect grim. Next the lawyer's mercenary band appear, Finch in the front and Thurlands in the rear. The troop of privilege, a rabble bear, of debtors deep, fell to the Trelawney's care. Their fortune error, they supplied in rage, no any further would them disengage. They marched the troop, whose valiance acts before the public acts, oblique them still to more. For chimney's sake, they also poor obey. For in his absence him first it lay. Then comes the thrifty troop of privateers, whose horses each with others interfere. Before them Higons rise with a brown compact. Morning's countess anxious for his act. Sir Patrick and Sir Solomon draw lots for the command of politics or sots. Then fell to words, but quarrel to adjourn. Their friend agreed as should commend by turn. Carteret the rich did the accountant's guide, and in an ill English all the word defied. The papists, but of these the house had none. Else Talbot offered to have let them on. Duncombe, next of the projector's chief, and old Fitz Harling of the eater's beef. Late and disordered out of the drinker's room, scars them the leaders there and the leaders knew. Before them enter equal in command. Absolutely the broad rig marching in and in. Last then but one, power that could not ride. Let the French standard weltering in his stride. He, to excuse his slowness, truth confessed. That was so long before he could be dressed. The Lord's son's last, all this did reinforce. Gone breathe before them and it's slow all be hoarse. Never before nor since, and hold so still. Truth on to mustard in the tall-tail field. Not for the first concourse, the with court was shot. To rescue all the all from the sea car. Not the late featherman, old Tompkins' beard.
We can live forever.
Showered one bright light, this throw down, disperse. All the two and three that general chose. For one there must the other not to lose. No better choice of all accidents could hit. Why Hector here he steers my will to win. They both accept the choices with merry glee. To fight a battle from all your shots free. Pleased with the numbers yet in valor wise. Their minds are probably better to surprise. They'd ever eat alongside the rude Dutch afraid. Who'd in the time of treaty dust invade. Thick was the morning and the house was thin. To speak early when they all fell in. Property 7 had not you them crossed. Besides they got the day and all been lost. For the other sides all in loose quarters lay. Without intelligence commands all pay. A scatter body which the foe never tried.